Hello and good morning. Another episode here today for marketing hacks.
Mhm.
I have Ray Torres here from Onset Media, who is
Yes.
master of marketing, and my realtor friends. If you know me, I'm in South Florida, doing real estate for a little over 2 decades, and we are here to help our friend realtors because marketing is one of the biggest pillar of any business, especially real estate. So Ray is here to help us to give some tips to how to be consistent on marketing without spending so much time. So today's subject is, oh, first of all, welcome, Ray.
Thank you. Well, welcome. I'm happy to be here. Always a pleasure. I just think you should know that in this last week, I four people have said, "Man, those things are great." I'm like, "Wow, that is good to know." So because I thought no one was watching. Apparently, someone is watching.
Yeah,
They
so that's
happen to be watching the whole thing through. So I was like,
yeah. So
"Interesting. Okay,
So that's good. That's good to know because that's the purpose. We are here to help our community, help our friends. So today we're talking about one of the most highly recommended productivity tool for marketing and also some other system too, and it's called Zapier. So Ray, just go ahead and give little bit of
sure."
introduction for Zapier.
So and it's spelled Zapier.
Yeah.
It's Zapier, like if you want to be happier. And what makes it an extraordinary tool is the fact that it literally automates processes in your life. And again, when I say your life, I'm literally thinking about your marketing life. It's an automation tool, and there are many that I'll show. But again, Zapier is one of the pretty most popular. So they have a lot of integrations. What's an integration? When I go to the dealership and says, "Hey, I want you guys to integrate my remote to operate my moonroof," well, they have an integration to do that. So not everything could be integrated depending on the software you have, but 99% of the things have an integration process. It's called APIs and all that fun stuff. So Zapier is something that makes you happier. That's why I named it Zapier.
Zapier, and also the zap means that they're zapping it. So one app here, and the another biggest purpose is so you're not doing the same thing 10 times to same action. So if you have different app, to zap together through Zapier, now you do one click and it's doing 10 click for you on 10 different places. So that's the one of the major purpose.
Mhm.
um, so Ray, just go through a little bit. You want to share the screen right now, or
Sure. So let me put it into more context. So let's say, for example, people say, "Well, why do I need that? I'm just posting on Instagram. I'm just posting on Facebook. I'm just posting on Twitter. I'm posting on Google My Business." We talked about these little things, right? So again, because let's say, for example, that you post something, you get a comment or you get a like or something, and some people, not all, right? Some people are like really on their phone, like, "Oh my goodness, oh, I got a message, I got this, I got a like." Well, that can be automated where whenever someone likes or comments, it could be set up for Twitter, Instagram, whomever, send you an email. Yes, I said it in an email. And then you see the email and you reply accordingly. Even Google My Business, which is we talked about so many times. You can set it up so whenever someone kind of looks at your post on Google My Business, and then a comment is given, that will be shown and thrown over to your text messaging device or even your email, just so you know it occurs, so you can go back and reflect to it. Because like me, I have a million apps on my phone, but we can limit that and make it easier by kind of finding a better system to be able to communicate a lot easier with our applications. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and um, share my screen. Let me go there. Let me know when you see my screen, if you would.
yeah, the screen is visible now.
Perfect. Awesome. So check it out. So this is what it is, Zapier.com. Great thing. And again, if you haven't heard about it, I'm sorry to hear that, So it has a lot of uses. And again, notice it's like, think about the applications we use on our phones, right? So we all know that whenever someone sends us a message, it goes through Facebook, and Facebook goes through Messenger. And Messenger is owned by Facebook. But there's an app that's an application that you can get on your phone, so you could be able to correspond in messages back and forth, just like LinkedIn has its own messaging platform. So all these things give you the opportunity. And how is it used on a normal basis? Let's say, for example, that I am a realtor and I'm a busy realtor and I get all these emails. You know what I would like to do? I would have a zap where whenever someone sends a lead request, hey, I want to see a place, that will automatically go, and you can make it a text you on your device, depending on the platform of that you get, because there is a free version and there's a paid version. Again, or you can just have it send an email to you. Overall, or any of your devices or your items that you may use that's very popular. As we look in here, we see Google Drive, we see something called Trello, which I use as a management platform. You see Gmail, you see Google Sheets. So if you get a lead through your contact form on your website, you can have those leads on, depending specifically on what website, we can have that go specifically to a Google Sheet. Again, the free version is very limited. Again, so I use it with some of my clients. I said, hey, you know what? Guess what? We can set up automatically, so you don't have to worry about that thing, and then you can have your admin or yourself can look at that over the weekend and see what kind of leads you received. So it's a really simple, awesome platform, and as you can see, it has a multitude of things. And yes, you see it right, Instagram. Oh my goodness, how can I automate my Instagram? So let's say, for example, that you do. Instagram can feed to Facebook. So if you play something on Instagram, you can have that automatically feed into Facebook. There's a process through it. And again, and then some of these apps, the reason why they show the most popular ones, because those are the premium ones. So there's a free version of this whole process, and there's a paid version of this process. And if I can look at these pricing over here, I think, you know what, because I'm logged in already, it's not going to show. But let me show you what I have. This is just a free plan that I've used. And again, it limits my tasks. So my tasks, for example, I can only perform 100 tasks a month. And that's not a lot. Well, it may be a lot for some of you. But again, if you wanted to receive an email within a certain amount of time, automatically, you can do that about 100 times per month on the free plan. Again, and then you are limited to the premium one versus not. Am I losing everybody? It seems pretty simple
Yeah,
so
no,
far.
that's pretty good. Yeah, yeah.
Awesome. And then there's a thing called the Zap, and as you can see, there's 5. You can actually create 5 Zaps on the free plan. So again, what's a Zap? So let's say, for example, you post something on Instagram, and then the Zap is said to be, do me a favor, when it posts here, zap it to Instagram as well. And do me a favor, zap it to Twitter. That's 2 zaps. So you have those opportunities through all of these things. The with the free plan, those are premium applications. So they don't make it as easy as says, okay, yeah, do it to all your platforms and you never have to pay us. They don't do it that way. So they do it in a way where you have some free applications, you have some free, which is the non-premium ones, and the premium ones. As a marketing person, I use a lot of tools to help me manage my clients and my flow of work with my employees and so on. So I use this quite a bit as a marketing agency, and it's a lot. And I have a couple more that I can show you about, so you have alternatives. So again, let me share that with you so you can see.
Let's do that, Ray. If you can show like one Zap, like what are they asking? So that's the
Yeah, sure. Like for example, whenever I have something post somewhere, again, I get an email automatically. So I have that email coming to me on an ongoing basis. So whenever something posts here to this Facebook page, I literally have it going over to email. So I can actually look at it. It's like, okay, great. Oh, yes, I remember I set that up on Sunday. Oh, yeah, I set that up last month. Perfect. It did go through. If I didn't want to use it, I can easily shut it off. So that's a Zap. There's no other gray area behind it. It's really that simple. What makes it harder is what we tried to do and try to use. So we can look at the history, and this is literally a free account. Yes, I said it again, free. If I wanted to upgrade to a more paid account, I think the options are, let's see what the plans are, so you guys have an idea what they are. If we can get to it, there you go. So you have the $0 a month, which is free, okay, 100 tasks a month, and you have the $20 a month, which is for only, and I hate to say so only like that, $20 a month. Of course, if you're paying monthly, it's $30 a month. Now, is it worth it? How much time do you spend in setting this up?
Yeah,
I know I
it's a
spend
lot of time.
a lot of time, so you have to really think about this if it's really worth the amount of time that you're not going to spend doing it.
And like more than time, I'll tell you something is get done, because the being consistent, again, remember we were talking about consistency. So when you have the Zapier and you do it once, so you spend 5 minutes and you get an hour of job, because if you have like a 10 different or 6 different places is posting it. So five multiply 6, that's 30 minutes. So you 30 minutes you can do it in 5 minutes, and also it's get done, because you can do something for 5 minutes, you may not have 30 minutes to do that job. So,
Absolutely, man. But people don't realize, kids, all they think about is, okay, what's the cost? What's the cost? I deal with high-paying clients that do that request marketing, and all those low-paying. And when we talk about these things, we talk about hacks and what you can use in the meanwhile while
yeah.
you're trying to understand the process. So that's why we share this information. No monetary value for me or for Shawn. We just kind of want to show you guys what's out there. So there's another thing out here that's also not expensive at all. We're in the same world of Zaps, and it's called IFTT. It's called If This,
Yeah.
Then That.
Yeah.
Very popular, exactly the same concept. Okay. And again, what made this more popular lately in the last year or two is the fact that most of us, or some of us, have Alexa in our home. And not only Alexa, we also have lighting in our home, in our driveways and so on. So guess what? You can actually have something when you can say, when I text this number 12345, I would like for this to happen. So if this, then that. I want my lights to turn on in my driveway. That's something that you can have done automatically. I know we've seen commercials. I know I have when people do things, and it's an automated process. And most of these processes are in the middle of making that connected. And again, and as a marketing aspect, as you can see, the tree here is used for Dropbox, it's used for Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, the same exact thing that we were looking at before. And as a person who does marketing, by all means, I'm always going to be playing around with it to understand and learn more. Now, I can tell you, I am not an expert in all these platforms. I am something that I play around with and I test to try to get better and optimize my time. For sure, I use Zapier a lot more than most other things. I've tried the other things, and it's been a headache trying to get it online, but it's something that when it's online, it works perfect. You kind of look forward to having this automated process. There's one more and we're done. There's another one called Automateio, which came into the world because they said, hey, you know what? I want to make sure that it's nice and not expensive, it's cheap and so on. So guess what? This is a very inexpensive thing, very similar to what we're looking at as far as with the Zapier. And again, this is just an example. Anything from Facebook is going to go to Buffer. You can actually set it up. Anything from MailChimp is going to go to my sheet. So I have all my names for my CRM already automated. Anyone from Facebook can also automate to my sheets. So I get anyone that sends a text or message or whatever command you request, you can have that automated into your system. So again, I hope this is some really good information. Again, with this and these are just kind of apps that you can try out: MailChimp, Trello, Facebook pages, ones that I currently use today with this and the other platforms I use. But it's a great tool for sure, and I definitely wanted to share that with you guys so you guys are aware. I hope I didn't give you guys a little bit too much.
No, that's great. It's not only Zapier. You showed that IFTTT, and also what was the other one? The third one is the
Automateio. So right,
Automate.io.
our
Yeah.
world is becoming automated. We all know that. It's no surprise to that.
Yeah, the reason behind, it saves so much of time. We don't have to just do it physically every single day.
Yeah.
So those are great information, Ray. And this is the era of automation.
Yes.
Automation, and then the integration is very important.
That's right.
So if you guys have any question, please give a comment here, and we'll
Yep.
definitely get back to you.
Yep, for sure.
Another thing also I like to share that I wish you guys happy Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Spend time with your family next week. Early happy Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And next Thursday will not be here because we want you to spend time with your family, and then we're going to see you guys here the following Thursday with another episode of Marketing Hacks. Ray, what do you want to say on the
So
closing?
I want to say just a couple of things. So real quick, one thing is that if you guys are listening to this, like I would listen to something and not remark, not comment, not like. If you can like it, it kind of gives us the power. Says what else can we provide? What again, I would so appreciate that because I was so surprised to hear the fact that, man, Ray, you're good in front of a camera. I'm like, am I? So it's very encouraging to hear that when someone says, "Hey, I watched the whole thing," and again, so those things. So if you can, I'd appreciate. If you don't, it's okay also. And I also wanted to sit back and wish you guys a very happy Thanksgiving. I hope it's a phenomenal one, and I hope you enjoy your time with your food, your family, friends, and of course football.
Take care. See you guys on the following Thursday. And in the meantime, put everything in automation.
Yes,
That's the way the life is, and that the life will be on everything in automation. Take
amen to
care.
that. All
See you
right,
guys.
take care. Bye.
Bye.